Female college student was tortured for 3 whole days and nights. In the end, she jumped off a tall building. When the woman heard the tragic news, she didn't call the police. Instead, she quietly accepted $1 million hush money. Neighbors started accusing her of being an unfit mother, but she didn't care at all. She even went to yoga class every day to work on her body, until she restored her looks and figure to how they were in her youth. Then she applied to be a nanny at the richest man's house, because the one who drove her daughter to death was the rich man's precious daughter. She worked beside the rich girl for 5 months, until she became the most trusted personal nanny. One day the rich girl asked why she became a nanny. When she said seeing her reminded her of her daughter, the rich girl was very pleased. She threw a stack of cash into the air. The woman quickly bent down to pick it up, then humbly said to the rich girl, "You dropped your money." The rich girl was delighted by how obedient she was, not knowing the woman actually hated her deeply. Turns out the woman was a CEO of a publicly listed company. She had a successful career and a sweet daughter. But one day when picking up her daughter from school, she was shocked to see her jump from the rooftop. From the last text her daughter left, she learned her daughter was bullied by the rich girl for a long time. The daughter begged her not to seek revenge, saying they could never afford to mess with the rich girl. But the woman was a business queen. Facing her daughter's tragic death, she vowed to make the rich girl pay tenfold. So she shed her glamorous identity and entered the rich girl's house as a humble nanny. But she had no plans to let the girl die easily. She wanted to destroy her mentally. Soon her target shifted to the rich girl's father, because he was worth billions, had lost his wife in middle age, and was the true master of the house. In her mind, hurting the father would completely break the rich girl, but she knew he had seen too many beautiful women and wouldn't fall easily. So to get his attention, she painted freckles all over her face, put on ugly glasses. Then on her first night at the house, she pretended to slip while walking downstairs and fell into his arms. Seeing her face, he showed a hint of pity, but the woman quickly pulled away. This instantly caught his attention. A strange woman nearby scolded her harshly. This woman was a famous influencer, trying to become the rich girl's stepmom. She brought gifts to please the rich girl, but was humiliated on the spot. The rich girl said she wouldn't last a month. Seeing this, the woman became more certain they were both awful people. A few days later, she overheard the rich girl on the phone. Another girl had just been bullied by her. The girl tried to sue, but the rich girl sent 3 men to beat her, forcing her to drop the case. Afterward, the rich girl laughed proudly, saying she had many ways to handle poor people. Hearing this, the woman thought of her dead daughter, who had suffered the same way. Her fists clenched instinctively, but when the rich girl felt pain, she scolded her for squeezing too hard. The woman quickly knelt and apologized. The rich girl loved seeing her so submissive, not knowing she was about to pay a heavy price. To learn more about the rich man, the woman started asking other maids for information. Upon learning he would swim at 11 that night, she put laxatives in the tea, then handed it to the maid attending to him, and said she'd be happy to help if needed. Once she saw the maid drink the tea, she returned to her room and wiped off the freckles on her face. Soon after, the maid had stomach trouble and asked the woman to take the fruit platter to the pool. Just as planned, she placed the platter on the table by the pool, then waited for the rich man to come out of the water, and deliberately slipped into the pool. He instinctively reached out to catch her, but was stunned to see the freckles on her face were gone.